Detours festival hosted by the Wits School of Arts from the 13th to the 23rd of May. Now, the festival focuses on young and emerging choreographers as well as performers. Now, to tell us more about the festival, we're joined by one of its directors, Crewe. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thanks.
For somebody who's never heard of Detours, what is it?
Detours is a wonderful opportunity to introduce yourself to some more edgy, fringe, experimental movement work. So we're looking at senior students in a variety of different training institutions to come together and share the space with young professionals who have already established themselves a little bit in the dance world, locally and internationally. It's an opportunity for you to come and try something slightly different.
What's on the lineup for this year's festival, and how do you try to make it different every year?
We have a wonderful lineup this year. What we try and do is mix it up a little bit in terms of who's on each program. We have 4 programs this year with a variety of works from Johannesburg, from UKZN, from Rhodes University, from Cape Town, from Pretoria. So a lovely range of solos, duets, group works. So on program 1, you might want to look out for Sunny Boy Matau, who is working with some of our Wits students on a work called Intro. We have some Wits alumni who are presenting work. Opa Sabeko is presenting Black, which is a solo. Emma Tolman is presenting Autonia, which is a group work. And a variety of different themes and images, I think, are going to be there to excite you. There are about 15 different works, and if you go to ArtsLink and look up Detours, you'll be able to find the entire program.
Let's talk about the theme, borders. What's the significance of that theme?
I think when we started Detours, we really were looking at this idea of, in contemporary performance, the kind of blending and bleeding between different disciplines. And that becomes evident in a lot of our programmings, how we look for people who are challenging what it means to create a traditional dance work. So we are challenging what it means to dance, to move, to choreograph, and to present contemporary performance, but it has to be rooted in choreography. So Borders, this year, strangely enough, when we received the proposals back in February, quite a few of the works were already beginning to look at not only intellectual borders and creative borders, but also thematic borders, geographical borders. And of course, that's become quite a political space for us, given the recent uprisings looking at xenophobia. So Borders this year is not just about creative borders, but also political borders.
Let's talk about the lessons that have come from hosting Detours previously and that you bring into the new festival.
Right. I think lessons for us, a big problem for us is developing our audiences. I think certainly I've become acutely aware of the need to develop younger audiences, and certainly in the arts we know that is sorely lacking in our high schools and primary schools. But looking at a sense of responsibility, that it's not simply about creating a space for people to present work and engage with other young creative minds, but also finances and how we have to support in a different way as well. And I think that's a problem for many artists, if not most.
All right, so give us details. Times, dates, and how long you're running for?
Right, we run from the 13th to the 23rd of May, but we have 4 programs. The first is the 13th and 14th of May, 6:30 at the Wits Theatre. And the remaining programs, which will run the 15th and 16th, then the 20th and 21st, 22nd, 23rd of May, all run at 7 o'clock, all at the Wits Downstairs Theatre, and a few little surprises with some site-specific work.
All right, Crewe, thank you so much for talking to us. She's one of the directors of Detours, which is opens at the Wits Downstairs Theatre in Johannesburg, and she says from the 13th to the 23rd of May, and focuses on young and emerging choreographers as well as performers. You have to go and see it. It's amazing. I went to last year's Detours. Let's take a break. We talk all things culinary after this.